welcome to our 3-day self-publishing and digital product bootcamp. I'm Latanja, and I am going to facilitate these next 3 days that will be packed with information to help you get started if you plan to self-publish or create a digital product or both. All right, so if you're ready for that, then let's get started. I'm going to share a little bit about me, and I want you to share about you too, if you so choose, in the chat. But in the essence of time, we won't stop long on this. But I do want to give a little bit about my background so you can understand, why might I want to learn from her? What can she teach me? So just a little bit about me. I spent 5 years as a high school language arts teacher and 17 years as a school library media specialist. Some of you may know that as a school librarian. And I have a bachelor's degree in English education and a master's degree in school library media. I have continuing education certifications in creative writing and speech crafting. I love public speaking. I love just the art of it. I got that from my dad. He was just always such an eloquent speaker. So I've spent the rest of my life just trying to get on his level. So that's my certifications. I am a professional development creator for technology, self-published author and journal creator, and I'll show you some of my works in just a moment. I'm a mentor to other self-published authors. I'm a Writers Week speaker and guest author for schools. I'm a teacher author for Teachers Pay Teachers, and got my start in digital products, so I will be forever grateful for that platform. I'm also a former blogger. I kind of gave that up this year because I have some other things going on, but that was always fun. I am a wife and a mom to one miracle son. He's 5 now, so he's going to kindergarten. I'm on the church outreach ministry, the drama ministry at my church, and the greeters ministry, so I enjoy that. I am a digital liaison, so I enjoy connecting people to online information, online courses, online work from home jobs, things like that. I enjoy doing that because I feel those things can help us get our time back. So I enjoy doing that. And a fun fact, I am a stocks and options trader. I love trading stocks in my real account, but I trade options in my fake or simulated account. So I'm working my way up to options in my live account. So that's just a fun fact about me. All right, so I've been a book creator from an early age. I'm not going to go over all this because that's going to take too much time. But here's my self-publishing journey. In 2005, I started writing my first book in 2002, and actually published it in 2005. I was on the turtle track, but I learned all the things that can help you get there a lot faster. All right, so that was an adult fiction book. It did very well. It was on a bestsellers list for a local bookstore, so that was fun. 2017 and 2018, I wrote 2 books for teens and preteens. And 2021, I wrote a children's book. That was my first children's book. 2023, I wrote How to Start an Online Business. So that talks about digital marketing. That was exciting. Since then, I've learned more. So that's one thing I'm going to show you all as well. And then year to be discussed is my next book. Keep Going No Matter What. That's my journey through infertility and miscarriage. So that's taken a lot longer because it's such a personal story. But anyway, these are all the journals that I've created. They are currently on Amazon. I've created a lot for students because, like I said, I have a background in public education. All right. And these are some of my other works on Teachers Pay Teachers. Are you seeing my screen? I want to make sure before I get too far in. You can unmute and just let me know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And if at any time you're not, please unmute and let me know because I did take away the box so I can't see my chat.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. All right. So that leads me to my online course, the self-publishing blueprint. This was my baby. I created in 2022, and I've been able to help other authors to fulfill their dreams of becoming a self-published author. I've earned thousands of dollars in sales for my books, and I don't like to say that to be flashy, but I want people to know what's possible. Okay, you can earn money, all right, but you have to do the work. So I've earned from my books, my journals, and my digital products. And I've had students who have published, as well as a student who had her book recognized in Times Square on this marquee. And she was so excited, she posted this on Facebook. Now, going into why is this boot camp unique? You may have attended other boot camps and you want to know, why is this unique? Why this? Because no one is talking about this, but creating digital products and self-publishing go hand in hand, because you are the creator who is publishing your book online or putting your book in stores. So you have complete control over what happens to your books and your products. And if you are an author, you can create digital products. A lot of times people don't correlate that. All right. But I want you to know that if you become an author, you can also create digital products. And if you are a digital product creator, you are an author. All of this creates authority. That's where that word author comes from. You are showing your authority, which leads to additional opportunities. It may be that you create your own digital course. It may be that you start speaking. You have limitless opportunities simply from writing a book or creating a digital product. All right. And this is also unique because this will be the only self-publishing and digital product free training that will show you how to earn multiple streams of income from your book or your digital product. All right. So I've seen self-publishing trainings. I've seen digital product trainings. They have never been married. They're not put together. And most definitely, they don't show you multiple streams of income from your product or your book. So that's why this boot camp is unique. And that's why I'm glad you're here. And I hope you're glad to be here. All right. So here are the goals. In our 3-day boot camp, we're going to walk you through the self-publishing or digital product journey. At the completion of these 3 days, you should have a clear idea of how to start or continue your book or your digital product. And you are going to be empowered to begin writing or creating with confidence. All right, I think that's what stops a lot of people. They're not confident. They don't know about their topic. They feel like they don't have the time. I'm going to just spell all of that. I'm going to show you how you have time. I'm going to show you how to be confident today, actually. All right, so we're going to get right to it. Just an agenda of our 3 days. This is day 1. We've already done our introduction. And I don't know if you put an introduction in the chat, but I'll look in just a second. We'll look at goal setting. And for your introduction, you can just put what you want to do. Do you want to create a digital product, or you want to self-publish, or both? Because they don't have to be isolated. You can do both, and you will do both. And on day 3, I'll show you why doing both is actually going to be necessary. All right. We're going to identify your niche and your target audience. So your niche is your topic. What are you going to write about? Because you may have come here thinking you have something in mind that you want to write about, and you may see that to fruition, or after going through our steps tonight, you may start thinking about something else. All right, so we're going to identify your niche and your target audience. All right. Also tonight, we're going to look at the product or book ideation. So your ideas and validation, how to validate those ideas. And we're going to be using a Google spreadsheet to do that. And I encourage you to do that as well. You don't have to do that tonight, but I encourage you to use a Google spreadsheet. And we'll have Q&A. All right, so if that sounds good, let's keep going. I do want to tell you about days 2 and 3, and then we'll get started. Day 2, we'll talk about rapid writing and editing techniques, so it doesn't take you forever. I know we're in a fast-paced society, so, the days of taking 2 years to write one book, that's over. You don't have to do that. So I'm going to show you some rapid writing and editing techniques. Day 2, we'll also look at design basics for non-designers. So we'll look at Canva, Sales Samurai, and BookBolt. I'll show you some outsourcing help, how to find the best freelancers. If you do choose to outsource, which you will need to outsource some things, okay, but most things you'll need to learn how to do on your own, and I'll be showing you that. Book and digital product creation will be doing your outline. You'll start your outline also, day 2. All right, sounds like a lot, but we're going to get it done. All right, day 3, we'll look at self-publishing and digital product distribution platforms. So where do you house your wonderful digital product or your best-selling book? Okay, who prints it for you? Should you go Amazon KDP? Should you just put it on, a website? Should you use a totally different printer? Okay, or publisher? Well, you're going to be publishing, but some printers, quote unquote, they're also publishers because they will print your book for you, but don't give them the rights. We'll talk about that. All right, digital marketing and promotion. This is huge. A lot of authors have great books that are just sitting in their garage right now or sitting on Amazon, KDP bookshelves because they're not able to market it. All right. And next steps. We'll talk about next steps and scaling. Because I do not want to assume anything, we're going to talk about the definitions of both of these, self-publishing and digital products. All right. So self-publishing is publishing your own printed book or ebook, and you can potentially profit 100% of your book royalties. All right. Because you don't have to contend with a vanity publisher or a traditional publisher taking your money. I won't say all of them just take your money, but some do. Some vanity publishers, they take your money and they don't deliver what they say they're going to deliver. So when you can do your own publishing, the sky is not even the limit. All right. So you do all the legwork though. You do the finding the editor because you do not want to edit your own work. You're going to find your own printer, and your printer can be as simple as using Amazon KDP. You're going to find your own cover designer. So you're going to find all the things, but I'm going to give you the blueprint for that. So you'll be fine. All right. And you'll do your own marketing. Like I said before, that's a big deal. And I don't want authors who come to me to be intimidated by marketing. I want you to know as much as possible about it so that you can, take on marketing like a pro. All right. Or you can outsource it, find somebody to market for you. Right. But as an author, you're going to want to do a lot of your own marketing. Okay. And you'll see why. All right. What are digital products? Digital products offer so much value without having a physical presence. That's why I love it. This is my wheelhouse. I love digital products because they're digital. Like there's no overhead, there's low overhead rather. Examples of digital products are ebooks, guides, templates, PDFs, online courses, videos, software, music, and digital art even. But unlike physical products, digital products can be instantly delivered to your customers anywhere in the world. And you can share your expertise and creativity without ever running out of inventory. So that's the beautiful thing. A lot of people talk about e-commerce, but that inventory sometimes goes down. What if there's a problem with shipping? So that's why I love digital products. All right. So some more benefits of self-publishing and creating your own digital products, larger profits, as we already talked about. Ownership, you own all of your rights, so you can do whatever you want with your books or your products, and you don't have to have the fear that one day your book will go out of print. Some traditionally published authors have to deal with that. Their books go out of print, or the publisher may decide to pull their book. But as a self-published author, you control that. You don't ever have to go out of print unless you want to. You have control over what goes into your book and your product. Traditional authors, they have a team saying, okay, no, we need to scratch that, or we need to add this. And sometimes their books end up looking like something totally different than they actually envisioned. So you have control. You can discover a new niche. You may be filling a niche that traditional publishers or other creators may not even be considering, or they may not even want to consider. But if you know that your book has an audience, and I'll show you that tonight, how to find your audience, it'll be wildly popular. Posterity is another reason or another benefit for self-publishing and creating digital products. You can be proud of the fact that even when you're no longer here, you've left behind a work or a body of work that you and your future generations can be proud of. All right. So that's one of the biggest deals right there. And you can start leaving generational wealth. All right. Start creating generational wealth. Now, the last benefit, there are other benefits, but this is the last one I've included, is you can save time. Once you submit your book to the printer of your choosing, it's all a matter of days or a few weeks, depending on, who you use, before you will be able to see your words in print. Traditional publishers take way more time, but when you self-publish, you're cutting out all of that. Okay. Or if you're creating a digital product, you can make your first sale in a matter of minutes, and the product will be delivered to your customer. I did a TikTok live one time when I had just launched that marketing book, my marketing book. By the time I got off of that live, I already had sales. I already had notifications coming in that the book was selling. Okay. Just because I went on TikTok live, talked about it, I had the link in my profile, told them where to go find the link. They found the link and bought the book right then and there. So that's how fast things can happen for you when you create digital products. Okay. And that's happened a few times. So, all right, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Now, this may not seem like a big deal, may seem like fluff, but it is absolutely not. This is very important. And I have a quote here that tells you why this is important. Not setting a goal is like driving around in the dark with no lights on and expecting to get where you want to go. Won't happen. You'll have an accident, unfortunately. So you have to set a goal. But we're going to set something called SMART goals. You probably have heard of it before. And if not, I'm going to explain what that is. SMART, S-M-A-R-T, is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. These criteria help you to create clear, focused goals that will help you stay on course and achieve your goals, because things will get rocky. Trust and believe. But anything worth having is worth working for. But these goals will help you stay focused when you go through those difficult times. Okay. All right. So this is how we do that. Define your goal. Write down one main goal related to self-publishing or creating a digital product. I want you to think of something right now. So when I gave an example right here, I want to publish my first ebook. So go to the chat and just see if there's anything in the chat right now. While you do that, while you think of a goal, if you feel comfortable sharing, you can share your goal. You're just defining a main goal related to either self-publishing or creating a digital product, and just type it in the chat if you feel comfortable. All right. And Tiffany, I see you said you would like to create digital product. Okay. You said I'm freezing up. Okay. Am I still freezing up? Okay. So you created journals before. Awesome. Okay, good. Okay.
I did my journals, right? When COVID started, I was watching a lot of TikTok, and
Right.
I was like, I was nervous, right? And I watched the Canva video, and I took some pictures that I took at a local park in our area, but it's like I put it under my nickname and my married last name. So,
Okay.
I was just shy, but I haven't like done any since, which I know I can make them better right about now, because I've learned a lot more, but it's just like mentally, my mind, I am not there. Like, I know I can, but mentally, I am not there. I don't know why. It just feels like blockages.
Okay. One thing I'll say to that, Tiffany, and I know exactly what, I won't say I know exactly your situation, but I've been there. So one thing you may have to do, especially if you don't have people around you who are doing entrepreneurial things is
Yes.
plugging into the online world where people are doing those things. And it may not be necessarily that per se, but it may be some type of podcast that can keep you encouraged. For example, I don't know if I spoke to you before about Myron Golden. Do you follow him?
I think I subscribe to his page, but that's another like I said, my mind is not there. Like I'll pull up some of his videos, but it's like I don't know. I'm just letting stress get to me, and I can't stay focused. I don't like time man, all that stuff. I don't know. It's kind of
I get
embarrassing.
No, I get it. We all go through it. But we'll talk some more this week about that. That'll be something I'll add because it's going to be very important to stay focused. We all get in our slumps, but it's going to be important to stay focused in order to get there and being around people. And that's why I want to create a community because when you're around like-minded people, it helps you get there faster. If
Yeah.
it were not for the community I have online, I don't even see these people in person, but I have a community. I have like a couple of communities online that I can lean on to throw ideas, bounce ideas off of, keep me encouraged because they're doing things too. When you don't have that, it makes it very easy to just kind of say, okay, I'll do it. I'll get to it when I get to it. But when you're around other go-getters, oh, best believe you will go get it too. So it's just
Okay.
about plugging in. So hopefully we'll create this community here for you that you can stay plugged into and just keep that motivation going.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to be successful in isolation. It really is.
It is, and I'm in the country, so
Mhm.
and when I move back home, it's like I lost like you say the community of
Mhm.
people like they always I had friends that always did stuff, but I live so far away now that I don't get there often. So it's like, and when I came back home, it's like everyone is stuck in a box,
Mhm.
and I'm finding myself back in that box that I grew up from, and it's, oh my gosh, like I said, it's embarrassing.
That's okay. You're getting out that box, honey. You're
I'm
getting out of the
determined to get
box.
out the box.
Yes, yes, yes. So, even if it's online, just online, like I said, the best motivators I have are online. I have a friend as well. I think she's on here tonight. She keeps me motivated too. All right. So, it's good to find your tribe. So we'll talk more about that, but I'm going to keep pressing on. We have some new people who came in. Welcome. We're just getting started with the meat and potatoes. So the first thing is setting a SMART goal. And this replay will be available so you can go back and catch what you've missed. But you're defining your goal at this point. All right. And that is just a main goal that you have for whatever you want to do with your self-publishing or creating your digital product. So I have an example here. I want to publish my first ebook. All right. So you see this example, but it's not smart yet. This goal is not smart yet. Let's make it smart. Let's make it smart. This is how we make it smart. We're going to refine the goal using SMART criteria. So this is what SMART stands for: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. All right. So as far as specific, what do you actually want to accomplish? All right. So you have to be very specific. Measurable. How will you know when you've reached that goal? How can you measure it? Achievable. Is this goal realistic given your resources and constraints? All right. Not limiting, not your limiting beliefs, okay, but your actual resources and your actual constraints. All right. So what it may be financial or it may be time if you have a young kids and that sort of thing. But anything you want to do, you can do. You just have to figure out how. All right. So it may be getting up earlier, maybe going to bed a lot later just to get it done. But when you're determined to get it done, you'll get it done. All right. So relevant. How does this goal align with your overall career or business objectives? Time bound. By when do you want to achieve this goal? All right. And so I have an example here. I will write, edit, and self-publish. So you're being very specific here. A 50,000 word nonfiction ebook on personal finance. Okay. On Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing. That's Amazon KDP. Within the next 6 months. So it has the specific goals here. It's measurable. How will you know when you've reached that goal? When you've written your 50,000 words and you've edited, okay, and you've published it. Achievable. Is this goal realistic given your resources and constraints? So that's where you have to sit down and have a honest talk with yourself. Is this goal realistic in 6 months? Should I give myself 12 months? So that's where having that talk with yourself comes in. Relevant. Does this goal align with your overall career or business objectives? Think about that. How does this relate to what I'm trying to do in my business? And then time bound. Give yourself a time. You have to give yourself a time. I've learned the importance of that, because when you just kind of, lollygag along and say, okay, I'll get it done, but you don't give yourself a time, then you'll be in the same place this time next year, still just, I'll get it done. But when you give yourself specific goals and timelines, you're going to be more likely to get it done. All right. So you have homework, but it's fun homework. You're going to write down one specific goal for your self-publishing or digital product journey, and you're going to make it SMART. Okay. Remember, this is how you make it SMART. You are specific. You are giving your goal a measurable outcome. It's achievable, relevant, and time bound. All right. Place your goal where you can see it every day. So write it on a sticky note or something else and put it on your bathroom mirror or your fridge or somewhere you're going to look every single day, so you can just look at that goal. Say that goal out loud. Say it out loud every day, twice a day. Okay, so put it somewhere where you'll see it at least twice a day. All right. Can we do that for homework? Type it in the chat. Yes. I'm
Yes.
expecting to see all yes. Okay. Yes, we're going to do that for homework. All right. Awesome. Yes. Welcome in. Welcome in. All right. So let's keep going. We're trying to keep this within an hour. We may go a little bit over, but I'm trying to stick to that hour. All right. So I shared earlier, this is going to be teaching heavy. All right. But I want you to stop me when you have questions, okay, or comments. All right. So we're going to get into market research. This is the meat and potatoes and the vegetables. Market research. This is important, guys. Know your audience and make them fall in love. Tiffany says she signed up tonight because she knows I've given her good information in the past. I don't quite remember if we met on TikTok or YouTube or where, but she knew that I would be giving her some good information. Okay. I'm not saying you're in love with me, Tiffany, but you can expect me to give you some good information, right? So that's what you have to do. And don't be afraid to give them, all the tea. Okay. Because you want to create goodwill in the marketplace. Let's make this go away. Floating controls. Thank you. All right. Imagine throwing a party without knowing who's coming. Okay, that would be very awkward. So that's what creating market research is like. That's what creating without having that market research would be like. You're having a party, but you don't even know who's coming. So you don't know how much of what you need to cook or bring or whatever, buy or whatever. All right. So by understanding your audience, you'll speak their language. And I'm going to show you how to find what they're saying, how to find out what they're saying. You'll address their desires and their pain points. What's their problem? What's making them not do whatever they are setting out to do or achieve whatever they're setting out to achieve? Okay. All right. All right. Your characters or your product features will resonate. I'm sorry, I have to mute. All right, your characters or product features will resonate, making your readers or your users think this was made for me. this person is talking to me. I read a book before, and the girl went through something similar that I went through, and I felt like she wrote that book just for me. And I found it at just the perfect time. And, I will forever be grateful to her for writing that book. Okay. So that's the effect that you want to have. All right. So you'll avoid when you do that, you'll avoid the dreaded crickets response when you launch, because you'll already have people standing in line waiting for what you've created.